Hi, hello, welcome to UCrack Academy. Today we are going to see about Chapter 3 Human Reproduction. It's about fertilization and implantation. During copulations, semen is released by the penis into the vagina. It is called insemination. We have discussed about the insemination in the last class detailedly. The motile sperm swim rapidly past through cervix, uterus, and finally reach the junction of isthmus and ampulla. The ovum released from the ovary also transported to the ampullary isthmic junction where fertilization takes place. Fertilization only takes place if the sperm and ovum reach ampullary isthmic junction simultaneously. The process of fusion of a sperm and ovum is called fertilization. Acrosome of sperm secretes enzyme help in penetrating into the ovum. It continues. Once a sperm comes contact with the zona pellucidea of ovum and it includes the changes in the membrane that blocks the entry of additional sperms that ensure monospermy and prevents polyspermy. Only one sperm fertilized with one ovum. Entry of sperms into the ovum, it includes the ovum to complete the second meiotic division of secondary oocytes. Meiosis II is also unequal cytokines results production of one large ovum and one small second polar body. Haploid nucleus of sperm fused with the haploid nucleus of ovum to form a diploid zygote that we have discussed in the last part. So you can see here the egg and path of sperm and then insemination occurs. That's what it's the entry path. And you can see how that around the eggs of the sperm and then how the head is inside moving into the egg. The only one sperm, the new membrane forms to prevent the further entry of the sperm and it started to move inside. So the tail is outside but the head is inside have attached into it, which is called fertilization, the last step. Look at this one. First polar body cytoplasm of ovum. You can see the ovum here. But you can see the second meiotic spindle and cell membrane of ovum. So zygote undergoes a series of meiotic cell division called cleavage. The stages of development are: the first is fertilized egg, second cell, 4-cell stage, 8-cell stage, morula, blastula, gastrula. Look at here how it is forms. The first day 1, you can see the first cleavage. Day 2, there is a 2-stage. Day 3 to 4, 4-cell stage. You can see here the 8, day 4, and then it started to go, how it is multiplied. Then you can see hypoblast here. So you can see the first day 0. The second, you can see the zygote, how it is forms with the help of zona spendulacea. So here they have mentioned how the ovary have replaced here. Then you can see the sperm nucleus and the egg nucleus, how it is formed. After that, you can see like a spindle here. Then how we have seen in the before, the cleavage is first cleavage, completed the 30 years after the fertilization stem cells, like a 2, 4 cell and early morula and late morula. How the last slide we have discussed the same type of it. You can see the stem cells also here. But here after the 6 days, 6 to 7, after fertilization, blastocyst implantations also it occurs. Sex determination. Sex of a baby has been decided during the fertilization and in the zygote. And sex is determination by the sex chromosomes present in gametes. And the female contains a double X chromosomes. The male contains a XY chromosomes. All the female gametes produce with only X. Sperm produced by male 50% X, 50% Y chromosomes. After fertilization, zygote occurs, carries a double X or XY chromosomes. Zygote with the X chromosomes develops into the female, and with XY chromosomes develops into the male. Cleavages. Repeated mitotic divisions of the zygote without growing multicellular ball like embryo, that is called a cleavage. It starts after the fertilization, as we have discussed in the last slide. Daughter cell produce the cleavage are called blastomeres, and this products of cleavage is called the morula, which is 8 to 16 celled. The morula continues to divide and grow and transform to the blastocyte. The blastomeres in the blastocytes are arranged into the outer layer called trophoblast. The inner mass of cell attached to the trophoblast called inner cell mass. So trophoblast is always attached to the endometrium, helps develop a placenta. So inner cell's mass gets differentiated into the embryo. After attachment of uterine cells divided rapidly and cover the blastocytes. The blastocytes completely embedded with the endometrium. This is called implantation. Pregnancy and the embryonic development. So after implantation, the finger-like projections appears on the trophoblast, that is chronic villi. So the chronic villi surrounded the uterine tissues and maternal blood. So temporary association between the fetal tissues and the maternal tissues is called the placenta. Functions of the placenta, which is most important. The embryo connected to the placenta by umbilical cord, which transports substance to and from the embryo, and facilitate the transport of oxygen, nutrients from the mother to embryo. Removes the carbon dioxide and waste materials from the embryo. It acts the endocrine gland and produces the several hormones like HCG, which means human chronic gonadotrophins, human placental lactogen, estrogen, progesterone, relaxin produced from the ovary in the lateral stage of pregnancy. You can see here the umbilical cord, how it is present. You can see the embryo, amniotic fluid. You can see the mother, the placenta, how it is forms here. The blood, how it is transfers to the baby. Embryonic development. After implantation, the cell mass of the blastocyte differentiate into the outer layer called ectoderm, inner layer called endoderm. Mesoderm in the sense between the ectoderm and the endoderm. So inner cells called as stem cells, having a potential to produce all type of cell, tissues and organs by differentiation. Organogenesis. Formation of different organs in the embryo is called organogenesis. Embryo pregnancy lasts for 9 months. After 1 month of pregnancy, heart is formed in the embryo. By the end of the second month, the fetus develops limbs and digits. By the end of the 12th week, most of the organs are formed. First movement of the fetus appears of the air observed in the 5th month of baby. By the end of 24th week, the body is fully covered with the fine hairs and eyelids, eyelashes. By the end of the 9th month, the fetus is fully developed and ready for the delivery. You can see here yolk sac, spinal cord, tail, chronic villi, how it is with the movement, connecting stalk, brain, digestive tract, you can see amniotic fluid, amnion, skin. You can see embryonic membrane, amniotic fluid, how it is gets into it, umbilical cord, groin, endometrium, and placenta. Patritrations and lactations. The period of pregnancy is called gestation period. Ejection or expulsions or delivery of fetus is called perturbation. Perturbation is due to the vigorous contraction of uterine myometrium. The signal of perturbation is originated from the fully developed fetus and the placenta, which is include the mild contractions of the fetus, which is called fetal ejection reflection. Fetal ejection reflex triggers the releases of the oxytocin from pituitary. Oxytocin, it also the releases the strong contractions of the uterine endometrium. So simultaneously you can see the stronger contracts leads to the expulsion. After delivery, the placenta is also expelled out of the uterus. Lactations. Mammary gland of the female more differentiated during the pregnancy. So most of the mammary glands is produce the milk ahead of the pregnancy. So the process of milk production in mammary gland is called the lactations. Milk produced during the initial stage of the lactations is called colostrum. So colostrum also contain several antibodies. That's why the newborn baby used to get the immunity from the first mother milk. Followed by question and answer. Question number 1. Which of these is not a part of the female reproductive system? A. Ovary, B. Fallopian tube, C. Uterus, D. Prostate gland. Answer: prostate gland. Question number 2. The primary sense organ in male is A. Testis, B. Epididymitis, C. Vas deferens, D. Seminal vesicle. Answer: A. Testis. Question number 3. The process of formation of mature sperm cells is called A. oogenesis, B. ovulation, C. spermatogenesis, D. menstruation. Answer: spermatogenesis. Question number 4. Fertilization in human occurs in the A. uterus, B. vagina, C. ovary, D. fallopian tube. Answer: D. fallopian tube. The hormone responsible for the development of secondary sexual characteristics in male is A. estrogen, B. progenitor, C. testosterone, D. follicle stimulating hormone. Answer: C. testosterone. Question number 6. The menstruation cycle in female is regulated by the hormones A. estrogen and progesterone, B. follicle stimulating hormones and luteinizing hormones, C. luteinizing hormones and testosterone, D. prolactin and oxytocin. Answer: B. follicle stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone. Question number 7. The release of a mature egg from the ovary is known as A. menstruation, B. fertilization, C. ovulation, D. implantation. Answer: C. ovulation. Question number 8. The inner lining of the uterus where the fertilized egg implant and develop is called A. endometrium, B. mycometrium, C. perimetrium, D. cervix. D. A. Answer: A. endometrium. Question number 9. The hormone responsible for milk production in mammary gland is A. estrogen, B. progesterone, C. prolactin, D. oxytocin. Answer: C. prolactin. Question number 10. The process of shading of the uterine lining along with the bladder is known as A. ovulation, B. fertilization, C. menstruation, D. implantation. Answer: C. menstruation. Question number 11. The maximum number of spermatozoa are stored in the A. epididymitis, B. seminal vesicle, C. vas deferens, D. Prostate gland. Answer A. Epididymitis. Question number 12. In human, fertilization typically occur in the A. Uterus, B. Cervix, C. Vagina, D. Fallopian tube. Answer D. Fallopian tube. Question number 13. The hormone responsible for the contraction of uterine muscles during childbirth is A. Estrogen, B. Progesterone, C. Prolactin, D. Oxytocin. Answer oxytocin. Question number 14. Which of the following is a STI, sexually transmitted infection? A. Hepatitis B, B. Influenza, C. Tuberculosis, D. Malaria. Answer is A. Hepatitis B. Question number 15. The surgical method of permanent contraception in the male is called A. Vasotomy, B. Tubal ligation, C. Hydrosteotomy, D. Oophorectomy. Answer A. Vasectomy. Thank you, children. I hope you can understand the concepts and you can take the notes and then you read it, which is useful for you. If you want more videos, subscribe the channel and hit the bell button. Thank you.